Hey everybody, my name is Steven.
Hello, my name is Kuma.
And this is our show, Check the Vibe. We came up with this little concept of us having little short conversations about big questions. And for our very first episode, Kuma came up with a pretty easy question. What was the question, buddy?
What is everything?
What is everything? This is a good one. Everything essentially boils down to energy. Everything is just energy.
So what is energy?
Energy, exactly. Okay, so energy, it's not like when you see cartoons where it's like electricity or lightning or stuff like that. Energy is essentially the thing that everything is made out of. Everything is energy vibrating at a specific frequency. So like the chair and our cat, the stars, the grass outside, even our bodies, our thoughts, our feelings, everything is energy that is vibrating at its own specific frequency. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So basically when you take energy, there's a rule that says like energy attracts like energy. So whatever kind of energy you're emitting or that you're putting out, that's the kind of energy that you will get back.
So like if someone smiled, like if I smiled at someone, then they would smile back at me?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you're putting out a smile and you're getting a smile back in return. Maybe that doesn't always happen, but for the most part, that's pretty much what happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you pretty much get to determine your reality. Your reality meaning like the kind of life that you're gonna have. So if you're feeling mad or sad or there's something bothering you, have you ever noticed that if you start off having a bad day and something goes wrong, everything starts going bad and it just like kind of builds? Like say you stub your toe and you're like, oh man, and then you're in a bad mood and then something else happens and something else happens because that one little thing kind of threw your energy off?
Yeah.
Okay, but have you ever noticed that if something really cool happens, like say you get up and you just happen to have your favorite breakfast. You weren't expecting it. It's like, oh, this is my favorite breakfast, and it puts you in a good mood. And then have you ever noticed that later on, down the line of the day, more good things start happening, and you have a really good day?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that is the law of like energy attracts like energy. So when I say that everything is energy just vibrating at a certain frequency, that means you too. Like your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, these things are all just energy vibrating. Not necessarily you, like the you that is behind this body. That's probably a different conversation. That'll be a different question, and we'll address that in a later episode. But as far as energy goes, have you ever thought about, okay, so there's this quote. There's this quote from a philosopher that I really like a lot, and his name is Alan Watts. And he says that you are the entire universe the exact same way a wave is the entire ocean. So if you're looking at the ocean and you see a wave, it's a wave. You know that's a wave, right?
Yeah.
But it's also the ocean, right? It's the same thing. So that wave in that moment is something the entire ocean is doing that wave. And that same philosophy and that same idea, you are something that the entire universe is doing.
Yeah.
You are the universe the same way the wave is the ocean.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when you think about it that way, you get to create your whole existence. If you work on raising your vibration, raising your frequency, raising your energy, and you put out good, positive, loving energy, you will get back good, loving, positive energy. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I think that's awesome too. All right, well, we hope that you guys come back and visit us again on episode 2 and come check our vibe. Hope we helped you with your vibe.
Check the vibe!
You on point, son?
You on point,
All the time, son.